The room was quiet in the way hospitals are quiet. Too clean, too deliberate. She stood by the window, arms folded, eyes fixed on nothing. Not crying? Not yet. I need to tell you something. Her voice didn't shake. That was the first warning. I watched her reflection in the glass instead of her face. A habit I'd developed lately, looking at shadows instead of people. They lied less. She said his name like it was an accident, like it slipped out. Then she said it. She'd been with someone else. I didn't flinch. No spike of heat. No ringing in my ears, just a calm click, like a lock closing somewhere deep inside my chest. I smiled. Congratulations. The word surprised her more than the truth ever could. Her eyebrows twitched. Her mouth opened, then stalled, confusion replacing the confidence she'd rehearsed. In that moment, I knew two things. First, this wasn't the beginning. Second, she had no idea how far ahead I already was. Betrayal rarely announces itself. It leaks, slowly, through details. You forgive until forgiveness becomes muscle memory. Late nights with no urgency to return. A phone turned face down. A softness in her voice that no longer belonged to me. I told myself stories. Work stress. Distance. Time doing what time does. But suspicion has weight. It presses on the chest when you try to sleep. When she finally confessed, it felt less like shock and more like confirmation. Like hearing the last line of a script you'd already memorized. She spoke quickly, filling the air with explanations she hadn't been asked for. It was brief. It didn't mean anything. It just happened. I nodded, let her talk. Inside, I cataloged everything. Her posture, the pauses, the lies she still kept. She was giving me fragments, not the whole truth. And I don't work with fragments. I didn't confront her. That's what she expected. Anger, tears, a scene. Instead, I became quieter. I learned the new password without asking. I memorized call times, locations, patterns. People are careless when they think they've already survived the worst. I watched the way her mood lifted after certain errands. How guilt made her generous, affectionate in ways that felt rehearsed. At night, while she slept, I assembled the story piece by piece. Messages deleted but not forgotten. Receipts synced to clouds people forget exist. The truth didn't rush me. It waited, and I met it calmly. Every discovery sharpened something in me, not rage but precision. The clarity that comes when doubt finally dies. I wasn't hunting revenge. I was collecting certainty. The final confirmation arrived quietly. A name, a timeline, overlap. Not a mistake, a choice. I printed the evidence and placed it on the table between us one evening. Like a menu? What's this? She asked, already pale. I waited. Let the silence stretch until it pressed against her lungs. You tell me. She looked. Really looked. Her hands shook. Her voice cracked. She tried to speak and failed. I watched her unravel without moving an inch. She cried then. Real tears. Not for me, for the exposure, for the collapse of the version of herself she thought she controlled. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse. I simply nodded. As if everything had finally aligned. She begged. Not loudly, desperately. She said my name like it was a lifeline. I told her the truth she wasn't prepared for. I knew before you told me. The sentence landed harder than any insult. Her face folded inward. The realization hollowed her out that she hadn't confessed bravely, only late. I stood calm, composed, already gone. This, I said, tapping the paper once, was your last move. You just didn't know it. There was nothing left to threaten, nothing to negotiate. I didn't need revenge. Understanding was enough. I left without slamming the door. Outside, the air felt lighter. Not because it hurt less, but because it hurt clearly. Betrayal doesn't break you. It edits you, cuts away what was naive, leaves something leaner behind. I didn't miss her. I missed who I thought she was. And then I didn't miss that either. Some truths don't demand anger. They demand distance. I gave her my smile and walked away with everything that mattered still intact.